John Kani, your name is written on the mighty dragon's back.
Did you think you'd be here in the theater named after you?
Yes. When you grow up in the township, the only thing that keeps you alive is the dream of a better life.
Yes.
The dream that God has to talk to me. What's going on now in my life in New Brighton can't be it anymore. I asked God, you're gonna have a plan for me. There's going to be much, much more than this.
And that dream was, I think this theater here was the theater of many of your dreams. And this wasn't always a theater when you were growing up.
Oh no, this was the fruit and vegetable market.
Oh, so were you a fruiterer? I didn't realize.
No, actually, the CEO of this theater now, Ishmael Mohammed, his uncle was one of the stall holders who are the names on those boards who used to come here and buy fruits and vegetables and sell them to black people and colored people and Indian people in Mayfair. I was born in Port Elizabeth in New Brighton. Johannesburg was too far for us. We always dreamed that one day I'll go to Johannesburg. But what was more stronger in New Brighton, in the Eastern Cape, was the unwillingness to accept that we were inferior and that this was our fate. We had to challenge it, even if when our parents were saying, this is God's way. We said, no, God's going to be engaged and change his mind.
And the owners of this theater, of this place which used to sell vegetables and fruit, gave you the opportunity to protest against such injustices.
When
and in fact, they also protected you.
This place, when it was about to be demolished in 1976, Barney Simon, the artistic director and founder of the Market Theatre Company, people like Vanessa, who, Danny Keogh, Elizabeth Zaytenot, they started a company and they needed a place to work in. Many men who were then working at the State Theatre in Pretoria, they worked together and took over the building to create a platform where all artists of every shade, shape, sex, whatever, could come on this platform and look at each other and tell stories that made them feel that they're human beings with dignity and integrity and demanded respect.
I like what you said. You said this place here was a place to exchange money for goods, but for people like you, it was a place to exchange ideas.
This is exactly what we started. When I came here, we wanted to create an exciting space. We brought all the artists of South Africa. They came here. We black actors were very fortunate. There's nothing wrong. We could only be detained, which was a great thing. And we were detained to suddenly accepted as a corporate. The challenge was more for white actors who felt that the public saw them as betraying their own folk by working at this place, which was a place that was exposing the inhumanity and the injustice and the all hell of apartheid. So we went back to a community that praised us. And I used to think about Barney Simon, Vanessa, Cook especially, who has a wonderful relationship with. And these are the people that went back to the white suburbs and be asked, what are you doing? Why are you allowing yourself to be used by those blacks in order to create a protest revolution? You'll never liberate this country.
Somebody told me you're quite mean with motor vehicles. Like you can put together an engine from start to, I had a few breakdowns and I said to myself, where is John Kani when you need him?
Well, I passed my metric and I've been accepted at Fort University to go and study law. I still met we were in the same group. Nobody Elisa, we were all going to go study at Fort. And my uncle Harry, who was like my elder brother, got himself involved with those Kapoko in politics. And my father then came back from his trial in Grahamstown, looked me in the eye and said, I'm sorry, you won't be able to go to university. I don't have the money. And there were 11 of us at home. Mom and Dad never read the pamphlet of family planning.
But there were no TVs, of course, that's another reason.
No. My father saw children as an investment. And not an investment in a metaphorical way, a real investment. He wanted his money back. And he told us quite clearly that I want my money back. So I decided that I'm going to get a job. Yes. I'm going to work, I'm going to put money aside. So I got a job at Ford Motor Company, assembling engines for $7.42 a week. And I had to give it to my dad because he said, you don't drink, you don't smoke, what are you going to do with the money? I wanted to say,
you didn't last at Fort. Because I think you got fired.
No, what happened was...
Oh dear, sorry, they are pretty rough.
What happened was, I was told by the personnel office, they're very educated, the matric certificate, speak very good English. In the future, I would like to have you in the personnel office. But in the meantime, there is a position in maintenance. It sounded so English. Bunny Peter was standing behind me, and we both agreed we were going to do maintenance. So when we walked into the factory, Bunny was given a paintbrush and a rope. He was hanging about 40 meters in the sky painting the rope. I was given a toilet brush, bucket, and a mop. And then I realized that's what's called maintenance. But then, of course, I managed to get myself out of that, and I was on the assembly line. Then I met, in 1965, Arthur Huger. Winston, John, and I were in school together. We did plays at school because I didn't want to play rugby.
We talk about rugby.
No, we don't play rugby. Winston was sportsman, Victor Ludor, in tennis, in cricket, in everything. But he was my good friend. So then we decided with Winston that we want to put a little bit of effort in making theatre and to make it professional. We met with Apple and we asked him if he could work with us to create plays. We didn't want to do a random play. It was then that we were working on a project with Winston, that Winston told us the story of a man who went to a photographic studio downtown, the Barn Photographic Studio. You know those photographs where you stand next to a plastic flower and a caraphone, and the man had a picture of himself with a cigarette and a pipe lit. And that was the birth of Caesar Vanzi is there.
But now you were doing this while you were working at Fort.
Yes, I was assembling engines.
You were quite mouthy. I mean, you had a bit of a point of view on how things should work or not work.
Well, because I could speak Afrikaans, and there was one day this big fight between Farawadoya and Mr. Nigot. Mr. Nigot is swearing at him, and Udoto can't speak English. So I'm now holding to interpret and to solve the fight. So Mr. Nigot said, "Can you swear me? I can but you can't touch me, I'm white." And Udoto says, "It's a boy, I didn't translate that. It's not very pleased. So,
as the one who speaks good English.
The white man says, Nema, the chasset for anyone, the Uchi Ulu, John, he's very angry. He said, your mom. Fat.
In 1985, my younger brother was a poet of the struggle. He was more Pan-Africanist and more militant. He always said to me, you hustling too much, listen to these white people. What's going to happen when the revolution comes? And he says, and he would do these brilliant poems. He then said to me, there was a funeral of a young girl who was killed by a tear gas canister. She was 9 years old. And funeral those days, we used to hijack them and make them political rallies. So he was going to be reading these poems. The police arrived and told 10,000 people to disperse within 5 minutes. And they didn't have watches, because they couldn't understand how long is 5 minutes. Because in 45 seconds they started shooting, dispersing the crowds. And at the end of 45 seconds, there were 4 bodies lying on the ground. And only one had a name. Golile, the brother of the famous John Kani, and 3 other youths. I went through my life in the arts. We went through the process of truth and reconciliation. I could tell you it's important to reconcile. I could tell you the process of TRC is good, but I could not place it on my life. I could ask you to forgive, but I couldn't ask myself to forgive. And every time I went back to Port Elizabeth, I've always stayed next to his grave and just feel what it weighs. And then one day I decided to write him a letter. That was now the year 2000. I wanted to say, thank you, this is where we are now. Our democracy is a reality. The pillars of that democracy, bound together by our constitution, are now a reality. And out of that writing, that came the story that I paid tribute to him, which is nothing but the truth. And I see in the audience here one of the most beautiful performances given in that play by a young actress in Johannesburg. The first role was played by Dapsa Kente Tana. Unfortunately, Dapsa died during the way we were moving into the theater. She was very sick. And then I found brilliant actress, Dati Michelle.
Problem of an abnormal society. It makes normal happiness look abnormal. There was nothing wrong as an actor, nothing wrong as a human being to create a piece of work which was written by Strindberg in 1888. And we performed Miss Julie in 1985, 98 years later. And South Africa got so angry in this theater that they walked out of the theater because John, the character I played, kissed Miss Julie. It wasn't so much Miss Julie, it was because it was Sandra Prince. The dawn, the blommetjie van die Afrikaans there, the pride of the fall. And of course, again, in Othello, when I was playing Othello here, and which I must say to Parker, what a brilliant performance, Parker. It was so warm to see the steps and remember that. I remember that the police stopped me and I was detained, and they asked me about who wrote this play. I said, Othello, William Shakespeare. I said, who decided to do this play? And I thought I'm going to get out of this as an actor. I said, Barney Simon and many men at the bar. I just was cast in the road. And then the security said, in page 7, it says, he take her into his arms. You kissed her on her mouth. It doesn't say that here. Page 13, it says they embrace. You kissed her on her mouth. It doesn't say that. In page 12, when he comes out of the bedroom, when there's a fight,
You're almost wearing nothing, and you're holding your head so close to her titties. You're also pushing them one side. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, thank God, the policeman read the plane.
As a South African, there's a leading South African actor, and we listen to a lot of complaints by South African actors now. Certainly, we'll come to Black Panther in a minute. Certainly, before Black Panther, people say, why do non-South Africans or non-Africans play the leading men? Now, Morgan Freeman spoke to you before he played Mandela. What did you say? Did you say, but Morgan, come on, Booker brother, I can play Mandela?
Well, you've got to separate the passion of the art expression and that Africa has to use the art to educate, to mold the society, to become a reflective surface. We're still in that process. Once you go over the Atlantic into Hollywood and England, it's a business. It's just business, really. The question is, they want to do the long walk to freedom. Who would bring in $300 million investment? Simple. Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones, Al Pacino to play Mandela, they were still there. So Morgan says to me, why were you not considered to play the role? And I said, I don't come with Warner Brothers marketing budget. So you come with that. But anyway, he said, I quite have a problem with the job. I said, what? He said, this man gets arrested in 1964, and he comes out in 1989. What did we do with all those years? But this is the situation which we in South Africa, or on the continent, we have to understand until the black yuppies, until the money of South Africa is invested in the arts. Until then, we will be able to play this role. Don't worry, we just make the two stories, the Mandela story and the Nico story. Because we've got all the others still we can do.
Matter of fact, you've got an opportunity then to play Black Panther. And to me, what is fascinating is not just the fact that you've got an opportunity to play a black character in a predominantly black or Africa-focused movie, but you introduced isiXhosa into the, because that was not part of the plan.
Please,
I mean, as the king of Wakanda, we can talk about this, it's just your royal decree.
Please, young actors, be careful of making suggestions. There are certain levels that allow you to do that. Otherwise, you're out of production. Now, it actually started with Captain America Civil War. We are in a scene with Scarlett Johansson, Chadwick Boseman, and Chris Evans. And then Chris says, I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I won't be able to attend the meeting, I have to leave. And Scarlett Johansson says, I'm so sorry, what happened. But if you need the Avengers, we'll always be on your side. Now she goes, now Lieutenant Chadwick is supposed to be my son. Now the line simply is, I miss you, my son. I haven't seen you for a very long time. I said, sorry to the director, why are we speaking English? We're both from Wakanda. I haven't seen my son for a hell of a long time. Surely I'll talk to him in my language. And then this language advice, I was a Canadian woman, is going to give me advice on how to speak my language. She then says, well, you know the Italian language? He says he misses me sometimes. I said, no. You wanted me to take the road, you know I come from Africa. So, if Wakanda is in Africa, what would you say as the director? I said, I'll simply say, yes. And then the Marvel producer was on set, said, that's it. What's that language? I said, he said, that's now officially the indigenous language of Wakanda.